This is the loading screen.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of the loading screen. My name is Jordan, and I'm here as always with Aaron.
Hello, Jordan. Sorry, I didn't know if I had to introduce myself now.
Yeah, just jump on in there. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. You look tired.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm tired too.
A little tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been I had to work over the weekend. It's been a long one.
I need to start giving myself a full 8 hours of sleep.
I've been struggling to fall asleep.
Yeah, I failed to do that too.
I don't know what's happening. I get all worked up right before bed. But anyways, how's your week been?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Any news to report on the?
I played a lot of Modern Warfare Alpha.
Oh yeah.
And
So what do you? I had to work, so I didn't get a chance to play it all.
it was good. I'll be playing a lot of that this fall until Activision decides to fuck it up sometime. So
Give it 3 months, like you said.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep track of that. 3 months
Yep.
post launch.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Let the kids get it on for
so
Christmas.
it'll be like January, February
yeah,
is
January.
when you should expect some shenanigans
Yeah.
in the Modern Warfare.
Loot boxes that have some bullshit.
Yeah. I've heard, well, before I get into what I heard, just what's your impressions?
It's good. It's it feels, it's like the tightest feeling, the gunplay feels a little different.
Really?
Yeah. So
Interesting.
the guns are actually, there's a lot of powerful guns, so I want to say that.
Sure. Okay.
Time to kill, though, doesn't feel like too short, even though there are like 50 caliber pistols that can shoot you in the head and down you in one shot.
Yep.
So that's scary. Still accurate though, very accurate.
Cool.
So
And then you could only, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could only play the 2v2
right, it was just gunfight. For the
gunfight.
alpha.
Yeah. Okay. That's
They had
will they have more when the beta? Like,
Oh,
will they
yeah.
have it completely unlocked that you could play anything or whatever?
I mean, I doubt it'll be completely unlocked, but yeah, there's supposed to be way more
Okay.
game modes.
Okay.
They had two different modes though. They had, so the original gunfight, you start with a random loadout,
Yep.
and then everyone has to use that for like 2 rounds, and then they switch it, and whatever. So they keep on switching what guns that you have to use.
Right.
But then there's another version called Gunfight, like on-site procurement, so OSP, where you start with no guns and you have to go and pick them up off the map.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's very new.
Yes.
To Call of Duty, at least.
Yes. I
It's very old school.
liked it quite a lot. It was
Interesting.
yeah.
And there's no mini map. Is that correct?
Yeah, no mini map.
Wild.
Yeah. It's a little scary. So you literally have to pay attention to where those bullets are coming from if you
Wow.
yeah.
Now, was there any like kill streaks?
No.
Nothing. None of that stuff.
None
Okay.
of that. No.
I mean, I can't imagine with 2v2 you're really
calling in helicopters. and
diving
airstrikes.
into chopper gunners or anything like that. All right, well, very cool. I was excited to hear about that. I was hoping that you got your hands on it because, like I
Yes.
said, I didn't. I wish I could have, but I didn't have time.
Yeah, I probably put too much time into it,
There's no such thing.
Yeah.
There really isn't.
I like to play games for fun, I don't, yeah. I mean, I do get, hung up in the Battle Pass stuff, but
Yes, you do.
I wish that I could just play games for fun
Yeah.
and not have to have, like, some other motive to play it. But, hey, whatever.
Sure. Well, I played some more Dead Cells. Well, I shouldn't say more. I should just say I started playing Dead Cells again.
Because it's fun, right?
It's amazing. I love that game. And I had forgotten how much I loved the game until I started playing again. It is probably one of my favorite games ever, to be perfectly honest. And that is not an exaggeration. It's great. I highly recommend it to anybody. If you want to play, if you want to play a game for fun, even though I know that you don't like that game because you think it's frustrating.
It is frustrating.
I think it's fun. Which is not like me, because usually I don't like that type of game that's like overly punishing.
Right.
But I don't know. There's just something different. I think it's more because I really truly feel the more you play it, the better you get. And I like the feeling of like getting better.
Right.
So I'm playing Dead Cells. I didn't really play too much Destiny at all last week. And I'll probably play a little bit of Destiny tomorrow, but then I'll probably just get the itch to play some more Dead Cells.
That's fair.
Yeah. So let's jump into an email, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is from our good friend David.
Ooh.
The same David that asked us about the extreme sports, skateboarding, Tony Hawk.
Yes.
Which I don't remember on that show if we pointed this out, but it was pointed out to me that there was in fact a Shaun White snowboarding game way back in the day. But anyways, David writes in, he says, "Heyo," with about 8 O's, Jordan and Aaron. Thanks for taking the time to answer my last question, but I do have another. And I hope this one stumps you guys. What is your Mount Rushmore of video game characters? Like your top 4 characters, whether it be a hero, a villain, alive, or dead, can be from any era. Who would you like sculpted on said mountain? Looking forward to your answer.
Yeah.
So you guys out there can email the show just like David.
That's great. That's a good question.
This is the loading screen at gmail.com, link in the description. So yes, this is a wonderful question. I liked it quite a bit. And I'll let you go first.
Oh.
You go first.
Wow. That's a lot of pressure.
I mean, do you want me to go first? Because I'm prepared.
How about, so we list off all 4?
Yes.
How about we list off, we swap?
You want to swap?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we'll swap. Do you want me to go first?
No, I can go first.
Okay, you go first.
All right. So, I think, eventually we're going to have a woman president.
Okay.
So I was like, I need to consider some strong, women characters, girl characters. And first I was like, man, Lara Croft, she's a survivor. But
she was probably the first female main character.
Yeah. But then I thought, what's when they carve, a head into stone or whatever, right? It's called
a bust.
Yeah, it's called a bust. Yeah. I thought people might get too hung up on the bust. So I didn't pick Lara Croft.
Are you making a boob joke?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Disregard.
Yeah. So, in that case, I thought, well, there's got to be a super strong chick character, and I decided to go with Kerrigan from StarCraft 2.
Kerrigan.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Now,
very strong leadership qualities.
Yeah, yes, clearly.
Yeah.
She is the head of the entire horde.
Yeah.
Or Zerg, I guess.
Yeah.
The Zerg horde. Now, would you classify her as a hero or a villain?
Well, I mean, she started as a hero.
Right. But if you play StarCraft 2, she...
Very much not a hero.
Right. Yeah. She tries to be almost. But then it doesn't quite happen.
I mean, I don't know. I think that was just a weird cutscene for...
It was.
Yeah.
It was. It's fair.
But the real... God, who's Raynor's, who's the guy?
Raynor.
No, his friend. He was the real villain.
Oh, yeah, like the blonde-haired guy.
The big, brutish dude.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. I haven't played StarCraft in so long.
Dang it. I want to say it's like... It starts with D. I don't know. I can't remember.
Dick.
Anyway, Kerrigan.
Kerrigan. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So, I'll say my approach to this was I wanted to pick one of each. And by one of each, I mean I wanted to pick 2 heroes and 2 villains.
Okay, that's fair.
One hero that was alive, one that was dead, and one villain that was alive, and one that's dead. I really wanted to like push myself.
Okay.
I didn't want to just like run down the list and be like, oh, Kratos, Nathan Drake. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to really stretch it. So you know what? I'm gonna start with my female character.
All right, yeah.
And that's Aloy from Horizon.
Yeah.
Just because her story is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I really enjoy her story. It's probably one of my favorite stories I've experienced in a game in quite some time.
And she can reunite the community.
Yeah. She was an outcast.
Yeah.
But it turns out that she's like it.
Yeah.
She's the reason why they're there.
Exactly.
Spoilers. But yeah, so that's my first. Obviously, she's alive. She's a hero. So that's my first one. What do you got?
All
what
right.
do you got?
Yeah, yeah. So number 2, I was like, we've got. I feel like we've had some presidents that are a little outspoken and
man, you are
selfish.
We got woman president. We're on the president theme here.
I decided to go with someone that's very calm, very altruistic, and I decided to go with Jack from Jak and Daxter.
Wow.
Yeah, because
interesting.
Yeah, he did it. He went through the entire game without saying a word. The first one, Jak and Daxter, the precursor legacy. And so, yeah, he just, was taking orders, but also helping out everyone. Not really for himself, Yeah. The whole journey wasn't even really for himself. It was actually all for Daxter. And all of his quests were, other people. So he's a stand-up dude.
Yeah. Another good one.
I admire that. Yeah.
Another good one.
Yeah.
So my next one is going to be a villain, and it is Saren from Mass Effect 1.
Okay.
Probably my favorite villain of any game. Another good story.
Yeah.
You're gonna come to find that a lot of mine, the story behind it, behind the characters, is very deep, I guess you could say. Because if you play Mass Effect 1, which, again, I'm pretty sure you're someone that didn't get into Mass Effect. Is that correct?
No, I did not enjoy that series at all.
Okay, because the Saren villain story arc that they went with was spot on. It was so good. It was fantastic.
That is pretty good.
And I will say that Mass Effect was the first game that kind of launched my sports gaming habit.
Yeah.
So that's when I really started getting away from Madden and all those games, and I kind of went into the action and third person shooter RPG type stuff. So it holds a special place in my heart.
That's fair. So for number 3, I was like, I need to get some Nintendo stuff in here.
Sure.
And I didn't want to go with Mario because
see, that's what I respect that.
It occurred to me that how much of an idiot he is because he falls for getting the same bullshit.
Yeah.
All the time. with Bowser.
Yeah,
so
the princess isn't in this castle.
pretty much he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't want him running the country or whatever.
Yeah.
As
Here we go, president again.
Yeah, who I assume would be on the Mount Rushmore. But so I did
true.
decide on Samus from Nintendo.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I thought about that one too.
Yeah,
I
she's
did not pick it
strong
though.
And critically thinking, obviously a badass.
Yeah, clearly.
Militaristic. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So I'm going to admit my last two heavily swayed by my Destiny obsession,
Okay.
but I think they're good picks regardless. So I'm going to go with my dead hero, Cade 6.
Okay.
He was the humor that Destiny desperately needed when the story was very dry. And he was just cool. He was cool, funny, and he kept things light. And I respect that because that's what I try to do. I try to keep things light. So I'll have to pick Cade 6.
That's fair.
And it's unfortunate that he died.
That's
That he
fair.
had to die. It was tragic. Number 4.
Number 4. Okay, so I tried to pick someone from PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, and then a PC platform. That's how I picked.
Oh, there you go.
That's how we got here.
This
Now-
is good because I feel like not only did we not pick the same people,
Yeah.
we both applied a challenge
Yeah.
to this, and neither one of us, like, that was not required,
Yeah.
but we did it.
So,
So good job to the both of us.
my number 4 obviously has to be Xbox, right?
Yep.
So, what I decided was, obviously there could have been Master Chief.
I
Given.
mean, yep.
Other one, Gears, you choose Dominic, I guess.
Yep.
But
Or Marcus Phoenix or whatever. Is that his name?
yeah, I guess. Yeah, he'd probably have been better.
He's the head guy.
Doesn't matter. Because...
Coltrane.
yeah. Who's the sniper dude?
I don't know.
The guy with the mouth.
The
Yeah.
blonde guy. Baird?
Yeah,
Something?
Baird, that's it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't choose any of those guys. Instead, I was like, you know what? Who is giving Master Chief orders?
Cortana.
Yeah.
Hey.
So that would actually be my number 4.
Cortana.
Yeah.
So you picked...
Actually, it was a toss-up between her or Captain Johnson.
Captain Johnson.
Yeah, he's like the guy. He's like not even like the actual hero. he's like telling Master Chief, like, you gotta come over here and do this stuff. Like, but no, I ended up with picking Cortana.
Cortana.
Yeah, she's
It's pretty iconic.
She's in his head.
I mean, Microsoft designed a Siri type thing around her, so she's clearly a pretty big character.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
What is that? Like, if I counted correctly, you had 3 women?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they would make
Single,
great leaders though.
He's single, folks. he likes the ladies. All right, so another Destiny character, and I'm gonna kind of cheat a little bit because this character has actually never made a direct appearance in the game, but he's all over the lore. He's a very prominent character, and he's a character I wish would like materialize in the game because he is the badass of the game. But Dredgen Yor,
Okay.
he is he was the guy that carried Thorn.
So you had 2 Destiny characters.
Correct. I told you I did.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm because again, heavily swayed by like cool stories, and Dredgen Yor's story is great. I love it. He's a guardian that started off normal, and then he rejected the light, because he got obsessed with the Hive, turned to darkness. His gun that was called the Rose turned into the Thorn. Awesome, like it goes on, and like I could go on for days about it.
Yeah.
I have a lore book,
by
Bungie that is all about dredging ore. So he is very cool.
That's you are very much into the lore, so
Yes, I am. Love it.
Jordan's just stoked over here on the other side of the mic.
I am very giddy.
Yeah.
One of these times we're not going to have any topics, and I'm just going to bring the book down.
No, we're not.
It's just going to be an audio book.
No, we're not. I was just thinking, Mount Rushmore, Cortana's a hologram. Like
Yeah.
how she's presented. So how are they gonna chisel that?
How would they do that? I mean, it would just be a hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. There's our, I guess, 8 combined characters. So yes, thank you, David, for another fantastic question.
Mm-hmm.
And please send us yours. If there's other characters that we maybe missed. I mean, again, I tried to stay away from Kratos, and those characters, Sonic the Hedgehog, because those are in my opinion, those are easy.
Right.
It's easy for me to be like Mario, Sonic, Nathan Drake, the guy from Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah, I tried to avoid that too, but yeah.
It's kind of hard at the same time.
But I also wanted to pick someone from each platform, so.
Yeah. That's fair. It's fair. I tried to think of an Xbox one. And I was thinking okay, what about Marcus Phoenix? He's cool. I liked Gears a lot. But I was just I'm not going to say that he's one of the best. No, he's not. And then I was like, who else is on Xbox?
Forza driver.
Yeah, the Ferrari on the Forza cover.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Not happening. All right. So anything else that you want to get to before we jump into our news topics for this week?
No, we got a lot to cover.
We do.
Let's get to work.
So let's go ahead and talk about a game that I'm excited about, and that is Supergiant's next game, Hades. Mm-hmm. So Supergiant, the guys that made Bastion and Transistor. I don't know why, but every single time I can't remember, but those are the only other 2 games they've made, right? Big games, at least. Because I feel like there's always another one that I just forget. It does.
Yeah. No, there is another one.
I don't know. But anyways, their next game, Hades, was on early access exclusively on the Epic Games Store.
Yeah.
It is coming to Steam in December. So it looks like they're that year of exclusivity.
Yeah.
If I can say that word properly, is up and it's going to Steam. It'll still be in early access. I'm pretty sure they said it was going to be $30. They said it's more or less going to be the full game, but they want to make sure everything is running smoothly. It's basically polished work. I'm excited for this game to go to PS4 because it looks great. It looks like their interpretation of Dead Cells in their style, because it's dungeons that you clear a level and then you keep going down. So I'm very excited to see, and I actually haven't seen or heard anything about it other than people really like it. So, I'm intentionally Pyre.
Yeah.
Pyre. It was the other one. Sorry, that was super random, but Pyre is another game that Supergiant made. That's the other one. The reason why I don't remember that is because it's the only other game that I haven't played of theirs. So yeah, I'm excited for this game to be released, and I'm excited for it to go to PS4. Hades. Remember it, folks. It's going to be a big game. Supergiant Games is another company that I think Sony should buy.
I agree. I don't disagree with that. They're pretty great.
Also, I didn't have it in the notes because it literally just happened 5 minutes ago. But I was going through Twitter.
Yeah.
And Control came out, which is our we're gonna talk about here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But Control came out, and Insomniac Games tweeted at them saying, congrats and all that stuff. Great job. Our good friends at Remedy, whatever. And I click and I go through the comments. And of course, everybody's just like, Insomniac was just bought by Sony. Sony literally went to Remedy right after they went to Insomniac.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
I don't
So
know.
everybody's kind of thinking that maybe something's going to be announced here soon.
I don't know. That's a lot of rumor and speculation.
It is, but it's exciting. It's cool
It-
to think
it is
about.
exciting,
It's
yeah.
cool to think about.
I think it would be a very wise, like, it's not out of Sony's budget,
Sure.
That
That would be, oh man.
that they're a very talented studio that Sony could afford. So,
Yeah.
but
And they make the type of game that Sony seems to like to make right now,
yeah,
which is third-person action-adventure stuff.
right.
So, yes, it would fit very, very well. So, speaking of Control, it came out today.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, when our listeners are hearing this on Wednesday, it came out yesterday. But it came out the 27th. I know you have a lot of interest. From what I understand, you have not purchased it yet.
Right. Yeah.
Any plans to do that in the near future?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could probably fit it in before. Yeah, I could fit it in before.
Call of Duty?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
That's because October,
I was
late
also,
October.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's plenty of time. But I mean, I was also thinking about Borderlands 3.
Yeah, Borderlands.
Do not
3.
have time for both of those games.
Now, let's ask. Which of those games do you think you would have more fun with?
I really like action shooters, Jordan.
So Control.
I enjoy those more.
So
over
maybe you
looters.
should just plan on getting Control then,
I'm pretty
instead of Borderlands.
Yeah. So here's my thinking with Borderlands is that game will probably still be the same game like 6 months from now. So
Outside of the new DLC that they're going to launch.
Sure. After all the hotness, after COD and whatever, like then I can play it.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
yeah.
I feel the same way about Borderlands 3. I don't really feel any need to like get it right now.
But yeah, I mean, I still do want to play that game because it looks great.
It does look very fun.
But anyway.
So I think, because you were just saying how you wish that you could just play games for fun.
No, I'll probably pick up Control.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to see what you think. I've heard amazing things. I hear a lot of people are saying a lot of good things about it. I will say that if you have a base PS4, the non-pro version, I've heard that the frame rates dip down to dangerous levels to the point where it's very unenjoyable during some combat scenes. So buyer beware. That means that, long story short, that means that I won't be getting it anytime soon. So, which is too bad.
Jordan hates performance issues.
I do. I mean, I just wish just steady. Like, even if it's at 30, just steady.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, I saw another a picture that showed the performance of Control on various different graphics cards, like for PC, and you would need a NVIDIA 2060 in order to just about average 60 frames a second in that game.
Wow.
Which that is a very recent graphics card. And the graphics card I have right now, which is the 1060, I would average just a little bit above 30 frames a second. So
It's all that floating around, all those particles flying around.
yeah.
Kills the processing.
Yeah, I'm sure like all the physics that are going on,
Yeah.
I'm sure. So yeah. Topic number 3. As we mentioned last week, PS4 exclusive Dreams won the best PS4 game and most original game at this year's Gamescom, but it also won the best of Gamescom.
That's a big deal.
So it won the best game at that entire show.
I think Media Molecule will be just fine. Sony can't be like, oh my god, you guys are winning all these accolades.
Right.
Gotta shutter you.
We're shutting you down.
No,
I can't argue. I know
it's not Dreams that's gonna put them out of business.
Right. I gave, because we brought it up that it won PS4 game or best PS4 game, and I gave it a hard time, but with it winning that, it obviously gives it a lot more credibility. And then I wrote down here, last year's winner was Sekiro. Mm-hmm. And the year before that, it was Super Mario Odyssey. So it's in high praise. And I went back all the way, and every single game that they picked turned out to be a big game.
Yeah.
Not to say necessarily that Dreams will turn out to be as big as Sekiro, but clearly it's a good game.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be fine. Yeah. I mean, it took Media Molecule. Did they show this off on... No, it was the start of PS4.
Yeah. With the drums and the guitar, that weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they had the move controls and...
Gosh. So yeah, this game has been in development for a while.
For a long time. Long time.
Yeah. No, that's...
And you can actually... You can get access to Dreams right now on PSN. $30. And you get their... Are they calling it early access? I don't know. But yeah, you can pay for it $30 and you can play the game. They say that there's limited spots, but it's been on sale for a while now. So I don't know what's going on. In fact, Mike, he bought it and he was playing it.
What's he think?
He enjoys the creative freedom.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's as intuitive as he would want it to be, because it's very complex. You can do anything,
right?
And it's one of those situations where you can think of an idea in your brain, but to execute it in that.
So anything.
Well, right, exactly right. So now just think of the complexity of building in the video game now.
Yeah.
And executing commands and all that other stuff crazy. So they've probably, I don't want to say dumbed it down, but they've probably put it in a simple package to learn and master, but it's still very complex. Maybe this is all a big thing where they're just going to turn around and be like, yeah, see, it's not that easy making video games, is it? So now you guys can just shut up.
Yeah. Really could.
I mean, why not? Other games that won awards were Borderlands 3 won the most wanted, which is obviously the most anticipated game, and best multiplayer. Super Smash Brothers won best esports experience, and THQ Nordic won best game company.
Weird.
And their game Desperados 3 won best strategy game. Yeah. THQ Nordic.
Interesting.
And if you didn't know this, which you probably don't, because this is very nerd culture that I'm about to drop on here, but THQ Nordic has been buying up really small development teams for 2 years now. They own 30 studios.
It is pretty crazy.
And which would be double what Sony owns. And they're just they've said that they have 70 some odd games in development right now.
It's insane.
Who is in control of all that madness?
I don't know. The way THQ went out of business to begin with, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that the companies they bought had to have been worth tens of thousands of dollars instead of millions. And then these games that they're making, I think, are for the most part either continuations like Darksiders, which is actually a really cool series that I like. That's one that they make, and they're making that Darksiders Genesis, which is like their Diablo version, which actually looks really cool. But it seems like they're also just making a bunch of like, they're like reviving a lot of games from like past years or whatever. So I don't know. Might be something worth watching. THQ Nordic. They won Best Game Company. That's crazy. What do you think Sony's there, you know? Sony Worldwide Studios is there, and THQ Nordic wins that.
I know. Yeah.
Like, you're just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like, yeah, no.
Look at the games we have compared to that.
It ain't no joke. Plus, I mean, I don't know. I thought we'd never hear THQ ever again, but it's pretty much like, isn't it they got the branding for it? I don't quite understand.
I don't know the exact story, but yes.
There's a lot of their same games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like bought it all up, and then they basically just used the name, but obviously changed it from THQ to THQ Nordic.
And it's still like the same logo.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just with Nordic at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very, very weird. But like I said, for the past couple of years, they've just been swallowing up small companies, and they've just been spitting out games.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, so none of them have been bad either.
No. I mean, they're buying up a lot of old like IPs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ones that no one's like, oh, that's a crazy good IP, but they're also not saying like oh, that's a terrible IP. Why would you want that?
Yeah, like they remastered Commandos 2.
Aren't they the ones doing Destroy All Humans?
Could be.
I'm pretty sure they announced a new game, and I think it's through them. So yeah, they're just bringing all these games back. I don't know.
Which I bought Destroy All Humans, or maybe I got it. I don't remember how I got it, but anyway, I played it recently.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I never played it.
The controls are just so bad.
I'm sure they are.
But yeah. Anyway,
they're also in charge of the Saints Row series.
Oh,
pretty sure. Or at least they're in charge of the development company that makes that game.
Right. It's like Silver or something.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. So that'll be, and I'm pretty sure they're making another Saints Row game.
Those are, I mean, they're preposterous, but they're fun.
Yeah. I mean, you have GTA focused so much on their online stuff. Maybe if they can make like a high quality Saints Row game, maybe they kind of take over with that. That'd be kind of cool.
Like the campaign wackiness.
Saints Row was my first real deep dive into like completely wacky character customization, where you could like change the skin color to like green or purple.
Well,
and you can make them like really fat.
Yeah.
You could have some wild looking characters.
How many Saints Row games are there? 4?
There's 4 or 5. Because there's 1 through 3.
Yeah,
and then there's 4, which is like the Bat Out of Hell or something.
No, that's DLC for 3.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's 4.
It's like Gat Out of Hell.
Yes.
Because Gat was one of the characters in Saints Row 3 that died.
You're right.
But
I still think that there's a 4th one, though.
Yeah. No, I played the shit out of Saints Row 3.
Yeah.
But then Saints Row 4, like, they kind of did this, like, superhero-ish thing, and it just looked like it was way too wacky, which Saints Row 3 was already bizarre.
They try to outdo themselves.
And I was like, you guys need to tone it down.
Tone it back just a little bit.
Like, I mean, Just Cause is fine. But, I don't know. It's just too much freedom. Like you can be all over the place.
Yep.
So there's really, I don't know. You need something to like reel you in and
I agree.
Barriers to push against, you know?
I do know. Anyway. I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so topic number, I believe this is 4, is all about Nintendo. They just held an Indie World Showcase, and they showed off 29 titles. So I bring this up because I'm a pretty big fan of indie games, And I liked it when Sony that was like their big push, especially early on in the PS4 days. It's not really their push anymore. In fact, they've said that the PS5 is going to focus more on the AAA market, I guess, which is fine. I mean, they'll still have indie games, of course, but they're just not going to market them. So Nintendo's basically filling that void because Microsoft also isn't really focused on indies. But I'm going to list these games off because some of them are good, and some of them I kind of wish. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly. Oh, one of them is very interesting. But so you have Risk of Rain 2, which I think looks pretty cool, and I haven't heard anything about it coming to PS4, but I hope it does. Eastward, Freedom Finger, Roki, Torchlight 2, Skater XL, which we actually talked about. David, there you go. If you have a Switch, there you go. Skater XL is going to Switch. Europa, Super Hot, which I'm pretty sure is already a PS4 game, VR game.
Yep.
There you go. Dungeon Defenders Awaken, The Tourist, Scaleboy, Earth Knight, Hotline Miami Collection, which is great. Blasphemous, which looks great. That game actually comes out, I think in September, which looks really good. Close to the Sun, Cat Quest 2, Spiritfarer, Trine 4, Creature in the Well, One Finger Death Punch 2, which that game is actually super popular on Steam. And whenever you go to Steam and you go to like best-selling games, One Finger Death Punch is like always at the top.
Really?
No idea what it is though. Best Friends Forever, Fogs, What the Golf Kind, Hypercharged Unboxed, Northgard, Sparklight, Munchkin Quest, and Ori and the Blind Forest.
That looks good.
Which is a Microsoft published game.
Yeah.
That's their second Microsoft published game going to Switch. The first was Cuphead.
Huh.
So that's kind of interesting that that's happening.
Yeah.
So I really, when I saw that, I was like, that can't be right.
There must be something that's written that's like, you can't go to PlayStation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know what's going on like that. Hotline Miami and Super Hot you can get right now.
Yeah.
So there you go. Like I said, Blasphemous was really probably in that whole collection of ones that aren't, I guess at least aren't out yet. It's probably the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
Super Hot. So fun.
It's
the most innovative shooter I've ever played. You wouldn't know what that means until you get to the end, Jordan.
Well, I'll never know then. I'll have to look it up on YouTube, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, very cool.
It's a very short game, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it like a $2 game? Because if it's not, then not buying it.
It's not that expensive. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to sales or whatever, but I would say it's probably like 5 or 6 hours. It's really not that long.
Wow. I just heard a newer game that's coming out or is out where the story is actually super short, and I'm pretty sure it's like a $60 game. And when I heard that, I was kind of like, are you serious? Like, it immediately reminded me of The Order.
Right.
And I can't for the life of me remember what it is, but that doesn't really matter right now. So our final topic really has nothing to do with video games at all. But I was on Twitter, and I think this was on Saturday or Friday. But Disney had their big D23 Expo, which D23 does not represent that it's the 23rd anniversary or anything like that. It's Disney, and then the 23 is for 1923. I looked that up because I was curious. But they had it over the weekend, and they made a lot of announcements for Disney Plus. And my God, Disney Plus is the thing to have. I mean, if you're not a Marvel person, if you're not a Star Wars person, then it's probably not that big of a deal. But they announced Miss Marvel, they announced She-Hulk, they announced Moon Knight, all series that are going to be on Disney Plus. They announced that Game of Thrones star Kit Harington will be playing the role of Black Knight in the upcoming Eternals movie, which already had like Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek on it. So I'm very excited about that. And then they showed a trailer of the Star Wars series, The Mandalorian, and that looked amazing. I don't know if you saw it, but it's basically a bounty hunter, and apparently it's not Boba Fett or any of those guys. It's just like another random bounty hunter.
Yeah, I have seen it. It does look incredible.
It looks amazing. So I'm very excited, and that'll come out on November 12th when Disney Plus launches. And then Ewan McGregor is officially, it was rumored, but it's official that he will be returning as Obi-Wan Kenobi in like his own spin-off thing, which is also awesome. So that, like, a ton of, and then there was a bunch of other stuff that's more like Disney Channel, like old school, like Lizzie McGuire's coming back and stuff like that. And then there was the Lady and the Tramp live action. That trailer actually, like when I first saw that, I was like, are you kidding me? But then I saw the trailer, I was like, actually, that doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
So, which, speaking of Lady of the Tramp, I was curious because it's a movie and it's going directly to Disney Plus. It's not going to theaters, which I thought was interesting, considering they could probably make a lot of money in the theaters.
That's true. They could.
So I'm curious to see if that's like, if they're like testing that out, like maybe we don't spend the money
pushing it to theaters.
Yeah, and we just put it on this. That would be interesting. I don't know. I saw that and I was like, I wonder if that's going to be just the way they do it.
I mean, it could be where like, hey, you have to have Disney Plus
to like see this,
and then you have to pay us like $10 for your whole family. Like, it's pretty much just gonna be pay-per-view.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, because as of right now, the service, there's two services that I know of that they're going to offer. One that's just Disney Plus, and that's like $7. And then one that's Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu.
What do they call that?
The Holy Trinity.
They didn't have like oh shit, we already called it Disney Plus.
What would they? I don't know. They're going to think of something creative. Disney Plus Plus.
Yeah.
Plus. Yeah. But no, so they'll have all three of those for $15.
Disney Plus 3.
Maybe.
And then every bundle that you add, it adds up a number.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'll be really curious. And then they also announced that 4K HDR, as well as you'll be able to stream on 4 different devices through one account for no extra cost, which of course is very nice because Netflix charges extra for their 4K and stuff, which I pay for because 4K is kind of nice.
4K is kind of nice.
Because I mean, I have a 4K TV, so might as well.
Yeah, true.
Might as well use it.
True.
But yeah, so are you mentioned The Mandalorian, that you were kind of excited about that? Are you excited about what about the Marvel thing?
Dude, I'm so over Marvel. Like, I am ridiculously over that.
I am very excited.
The new Spider-Man's out. I like Spider-Man. I thought the first one was great.
Well, there's no reason to see it now.
It's not going to make a sequel.
Nope. He's out of the MCU.
I don't even know how
Still mad about it.
I don't even know how that movie ended. Did it end with like a cliffhanger?
Okay. So
is there a cliffhanger? Yes or no?
Yes. 100%.
Fuckers.
Why wouldn't there be? Look, I'm going to put it like this. Disney, like, because Tom Holland was at this thing.
Yeah.
Because I guess he's in another Disney, like a Pixar movie, Onward or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
So he was there, and everybody was chanting, like, save Spider-Man or whatever. And then Disney made a statement basically saying that they knew that the Spider-Man deal was a finite deal. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, I understand where you're coming from because you didn't control the rights, so you probably just assumed that eventually this is probably going to end. And I was like, but you have put Spider-Man front and center for the next phase of the MCU. Like the way that they were building him up, even in like the
they didn't write him like he was a
castaway. In Homecoming, in the Avenger movies, in Far From Home, they're very clearly like pushing him forward. Like, I'm going to just present a scene for you from Far From Home. There is a scene in which Tom Holland, Spider-Man, is in a jet being flown by Happy, which is Iron Man's like butler guy. And Tom Holland is like designing a suit similar to the way that Robert Downey Jr. was designing an Iron Man suit with like the holograms, and he's like fiddling around with it. And Happy looks over and he kind of smiles because it's like reminiscent. And it's like very clearly like they're presenting him like Iron Man from before.
Yeah.
And Iron Man was obviously like front and center. So I'm like, so you knew that this could happen, but yet you're putting him in a position where where he's like probably going to be the most important person for the next 8 years of this universe.
Dude, I don't know. I'm over Marvel. Like, it can only go on so long.
No. Forever.
I'm not interested anymore.
I am so interested.
Like, you know, people that are like still watching Supernatural, I don't know if it's still on. But like, that show can't be good anymore. It wasn't good a long time ago.
That show can't be good. Maybe it is.
No.
Oh.
I mean, it had its seasons.
I've never seen it. I've never watched that show. I don't know.
It was just one of those super long running shows.
Sure. I think they do.
There's a lot of those.
Again, working at retail, I'm pretty sure I get, like, I deal with new releases, and I'm pretty sure we just got a new release, Supernatural. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
All I'm saying is eventually the writer's creativity just, dries up. And
it's true. And that's when you fire him and get new ones.
You were already feeling that fatigue in, a lot of Marvel's movies.
Like which one?
Let's see. I mean, I don't think Ant-Man was that great.
Really?
I love Paul Rudd. I think he was the best
Paul
part.
Rudd.
Yeah. Sure.
Not Rude. This guy.
Whatever. I think he's great.
Yeah, he is.
He's hilarious.
He is awesome.
I don't think the movie was fantastic. They use the same origin stories, man.
How so?
They just rehash pretty much the same thing.
I mean, the origin story is the comic origin story.
Yeah.
More or less.
I don't know, dude. Oh, Miss Marvel. Like, again.
Captain Marvel.
Sure.
I'm just making sure.
I'm getting sick of it. Not you. Marvel in general.
There's too many of these goddamn names I can't remember. You got Boy Hulk, She-Hulk. I don't understand.
Yeah. No, whatever.
I'm all for it.
I know you are. I mean, that's cool.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see what's going to happen, because now you're talking about X-Men eventually coming in, now that Disney has control over that. And
that's probably why they're like, you know what, fuck you. We don't need Spider-Man.
Probably not.
We've got Wolverine. That's everyone else's other favorite.
Yeah. They have the Fantastic Four.
Which no one likes. That is going to be so weird.
The Fantastic
Chris
Four.
Evans was the Flame.
Well,
in the Fantastic Four.
They'll
now
get
he's
someone
Captain
else.
America.
Yeah. Well, he was. He's not in it anymore.
Yeah, he couldn't have been, because that would have been a multiverse.
It would have been funny because it would have given them the opportunity to have a scene where, like, him as Captain America goes up to the Human Torch and he's just like staring at him, and he kind of gives him like that nod of like, you're the better one.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Fantastic Four, I mean, it like Silver Surfer, like a lot of things.
I mean,
A lot of things.
Is this a video game podcast?
I'm just saying, it is because there's an Avengers video game,
That's true.
which I heard is very good.
Yeah.
It's actually very good. I don't see it though. I mean, I've seen the gameplay footage and it literally looks like you are playing as Hulk or you're playing as Thor and you're in like a circle and there's a bunch of enemies in this circle with you and you basically just have to defeat them. And then there's a wall that you have to bash down, and then you do that, and then you're in another circle with a bunch of enemies.
Wow. Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
So, thumbs up.
That seems like a Japanese developer to you.
Is
me.
Crystal Dynamics Japanese?
Are they?
I don't know if they are.
Oh. Is it Crystal Dynamics? Who's the publisher?
Well, Square Enix.
Okay, that's what yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Crystal
know.
Dynamics are the guys that made Tomb Raider. The new Tomb Raiders.
Yeah.
I don't think they're...
No? Yeah, probably not.
I don't know if they're American, but I'm pretty sure they're not Japanese.
That's fair.
They might have some Japanese...
So what you're saying is this is like Dynasty Warriors with Avengers.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kinda. It looked kind of cool. Graphically, it looks cool, but it doesn't look very intriguing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
But yeah, that's all I got for you.
All right.
You got anything else for us?
No, not that I can think of off the top of my head.
All right, man. Well, you know what to do.
Wrap this shit up, huh?
Wrap it up.
All right,
Little
kiddos, everybody. You know where to find us. Podcasts,
Do they?
Spotify, iTunes, you know.
Pretty much anywhere you can listen to a podcast.
Yeah. Hit that subscribe, follow button, you know. Do your thing. Tell your friends, tell your family, your puppy, whoever.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Just tell a stranger.
We record on Tuesdays and we're here on Wednesday for your listening pleasure.
Yep, I post every Wednesday about 7 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central.
Yeah.
And yeah, link is in the description if you want to send us an email.
There you go.
Like our good friend David.
Yeah.
Another great question.
Very creative question.
If, like I said before, if you have any other suggestions of what characters you like a lot, that would be on your Mount Rushmore, maybe.
Yeah.
You let us know, and I'll read all that stuff up.
Email it in.
You can also follow us on Twitter at TL. I don't know if I ever announced this, but it is now officially TLS_podcast.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's a little bit cleaner. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I will say that I don't like how it's presented in the description because you can't just click it to like go to it. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix it because I believe in making it easy.
Oh.
It's just one click and you're there.
Jordan's thinking about you guys.
I'm thinking about you guys always. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for us this week.
All right.
Goodbye, everybody.